There are going to be people who click on this video to tell me just how stupid I am. And to those people, I say, let me explain myself. It might make sense in a minute.
Say it with me, for we walk by faith, not by sight.
In this video, we are comparing a Mach 1 over here, 305 horse, 4 valves per cylinder, double overhead cam V8 versus a V6. Now, why in the heck would I compare these two cars?
Cutting in here from the editing desk, guys. I want to grow this channel and I want it to be a great source of information and entertainment for all of you. I can do really great car reviews in a way that no one else is really doing them, in ways that you might not expect, kind of like we're doing here. I think this is something that's kind of missing in the automotive world, and I'm trying to put it out there. I'm going to go ahead and ask for it right up front. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you don't mind. Check out some of my other stuff. See if you like it. If you don't, unsubscribe. That's fine. But I'm really trying to grow this. So
I like corners. I like going out, ripping through some back roads, or I might even get into autocross soon. I'm not sure. Right off the rip, you're going to say, hey, this Mach 1 is the better car. It's got a shaker, which is awesome. It's got a color called Azure Blue that only came with the Mach 1. Heck, it's even got a hood stripe. Can't beat that. It's got better brakes than the V6. Not that one, but it's got better brakes. It has the same brakes that came on the Cobras, the 13-inch rotors in the front. It has better seats, which we'll see in a second. It's a faster car than the V6. Now, why might you actually want a V6? What's the name of the channel? It's cheap old cars, guys. This car right here is worth roughly $10,000 less than that car. Now, if you want to talk about, I actually got a pretty good deal on the Mach 1, so let's say $8,000 to $10,000. If you're not going straight line racing, if you're out for a cornering car that's cheap, easy to work on, reliable, and has cheap parts, and is just really a great starter car to have for a cornering build, you're starting $10,000 less over here. Yeah, you're not going to be as quick in a straight line, and it's not going to be as cool as a Mach 1. If we put the two things to the side that this car has, the straight line speed and the coolness of the Mach 1 name and kind of look, it's the same chassis, the same basic suspension, and $10,000 less. Let's say you're thinking about building a momentum car to actually improve your skills as a driver in corners. This car over here might actually be the one to do it with. Now, something we do want to consider when we actually think about these two cars, these two drastically different cars behind me, is cost of mods. The Mach 1 already has Cobra brakes. It has bigger brakes, bigger calipers and everything. The V6, the brakes are kind of weak on those and the GTs, and so that's a cost that you need to get that car at least equal to that car. Now, I'm not going to go into the cost of like high-end brake pads or really nice brake pads because that car would need that too. So that's something you have to do to both of them. The cost to upgrade the front brakes on these cars to Cobra brakes is $300, at least when I did it, maybe $350, $400 now. It's really not that much. The V6 car over here does not have a rear sway bar. So that's $150, $200 off eBay. Find yourself a rear sway bar. I got one off of a 96 Cobra. There's one last thing I'll get to in a second. All the other mods you might want to do to the Mach 1 to make it handle better, you can do to a V6 as well. So if you're talking about like, oh, well, coilovers or this or that or whatever on that V6, you're gonna have to be talking about that on the Mach 1 too, because the mods will be the same. Now, one difference between them is the rear ends. The Mach 1 has the 8.8, the V6 has a 7.5 smaller rear end. One thing to note with the V6 rear end, the 7.5-inch ring gear, it doesn't have Positrack or any kind of traction locking thing, whereas the Mach 1 does, so that's definitely a benefit this car has. You would want to upgrade the rear end. That's something you'd have to, so brakes and rear end, okay, on that one. Now, I'm going to show the interiors right here, but we're going to talk about seats. The Mach 1 has the same basic seats as the 0304 Cobra. Now, they're all leather, whereas the 0304 Cobra had that had that suede and, in the seat back in the bottom that holds you in place a little better because it kind of grips to your clothes. The foam is the same though. The V6, which I'll show here, has very flat seats, and so that's going to be a problem. But these Mach 1s aren't new at this point either, and those seats are kind of wore out typically. So that's not something I'm going to actually factor into like the cost of what you'd have to do to the V6, because I personally think if you're making one of these cars handle, you need to do a good seat in either of them. You're probably going to be changing springs, dampers, all that stuff in both of the cars anyway. Alright guys, we're out in the Mach 1 and we're just about to a cornery section here, which will be really fun. Now, one thing I want to say, if you're new to my channel, is like, why these cars? I've heard just horrible things about these cars. Well, the simple fact of it is, all that horrible handling stuff that people talk about with these, it's really autocross and road course where you're at the extreme limits of the cars. On a back road at sane speeds, they do pretty well. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you take it to a road course and you push it to the all-out limit, you're going to see that it's like, okay, yeah, this car has some issues. But, I mean, I'm doing over the speed limit through some of these corners. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, no, she got hot.
Well, guys, one of the joys of old cars is they break. Yeah, the fan stopped working. I don't know what's going on. It's super windy out here. I hope you can hear me okay. But I got it to this car wash that's thankfully dead. I'm 2 miles from home. But if the fans aren't working, and the 2 miles that I have to do is through the biggest traffic area in town, obviously I don't want to be sitting stopped for a long time. I want air moving across it as much as possible. I got it cooled down. It is still sitting here behind me at the car wash. Now it won't start. The battery is dead. All right, Mach 1 debacle done. Got the car home, all is well. After my wife came and got me, she couldn't find the jumper cables. She comes and gets me. Thankfully, it's only like 2 miles from the house. Brings me home, I find the jumper cables. We go back down there, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it once before I hook up the jumper. It started up. It started up on its own. Through the corner. The steering's a little bit lighter than the Mach 1, but it stays just as flat as the Mach 1 and factory bullet springs. Remember, we're on 500-pound front springs from an 01 Cobra and Mach 1 rear springs. I also have a 96 Cobra rear sway bar because these big 6s didn't have a rear sway bar. Cut through this corner here pretty good. Handled that bump really well. Going a little bit above the speed limit. Getting on the brakes, diving into a corner like this. People coming over in my lane, so I have to slow down more than I want to. Driving a road like this car is great. This car is great. I've driven C5s on this same road. I'm not really going any faster in that car because that's kind of how fast I want to go. Kind of how fast I'm comfortable going through the corners. These cars are good, guys. You can say whatever you want. You can read articles and all the things. And yeah, I understand. You take this car on a road course, you're going to find its downfalls. But I'm out on a back road. I'm going through corners faster than most people that drive this road. I know that because I used to live on this road. And I'm having a great time. Sure, it'd be better if it was a manual. Yeah, I understand that. That's makes all the sense in the world. This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. This is a hard sell, saying, hey, I think a V6 Mustang is maybe a better value proposition. I like corners. I like being smooth through it, heel and toe downshifting, and just making it a good drive. That's what I'm into. If you're into the same thing, just remember, like on a car like this, if you get a car like this, all the mods you do to it in terms of like bolt-on suspension stuff or seats or whatever you do, just remember that all that stuff can be put back to stock, and you can take those same mods and put them on a nicer V8 car later. To end this video off, I will just say that even though I know it's a hard sell, and even though I know 99.9% of people are into drag racing and straight line speed and lap times and all the things that are these measurable metrics, and instead of just kind of having fun, sometimes, guys, the cheaper car can be better.